no Muslim in Kashmir 600 years ago. Ghulam Nabi Azad sparks off a furious debate.
कश्मीर में कौन था 600 साल पहले मुसलमान? सब कश्मीरी पंडित थे, सब वही इस्लाम कर गए.
Azad goes a step ahead, says everyone in India was Hindu.
इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले. हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है. पाकिस्तान तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में.
Mehbooba Mufti hits right back.
You should say that कि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बंदर थे. You should go back to the Stone Age and find out what his forefathers were.
Reality bites over reality check. Political war over India's history is our top focus on India First.
There is no ambiguity in the statement of former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir. Who was Muslim in Kashmir 600 years ago? He asks. Everyone was Hindu. They converted to Islam and became Muslims. In fact, several Muslims in Kashmir still retain their original Hindu surnames, whether it's Pandit or Bhatt and many others. Ghulam Nabi Azad even said, before Islam came to India, everyone was Hindu. There are angry reactions. Comparison to, why just stop at everyone was Hindu? Why not talk about ancestors who were monkeys, says Mehbooba Mufti. But why? Why not accept the truth? We explore. I'm Gaurav Sawant. As always, let's get started with the headlines on India First. India achieves the mega moon milestone. Chandrayaan-3 lander Vikram separates from mothership. Moon landing scheduled for the 23rd of August evening. After Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party spar over Delhi seat sharing, TMC now declares it will sweep Bengal in 2024 with or without the Congress. The BJP, first of the block ahead of winter state elections, releases the first list of candidates for poll-bound Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Battle for Kaveri water boils again. BJP hits out at the Siddaramaiah government as it decides to release water to Tamil Nadu. BJP accuses the Congress of appeasing its opposition India ally DMK. Big India Today investigation impact. Noor riots provocator Bittu Bajrangi remanded to 14 days in judicial custody. The police also recover 8 swords from him. Ghulam Nabi Azad is a veteran political leader, former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, former Union Minister, former Leader of Opposition, then in the Congress Party in Rajya Sabha. Now speaking in Doda in Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad said everyone in India was Hindu. Statement of fact. Why has it riled some political leaders? Why is Mehbooba Mufti so upset? Is a carefully crafted narrative of over 7 decades in Jammu and Kashmir coming apart brick by brick from within Jammu and Kashmir? Are some extremely upset because the cabal is no longer able to set the narrative? Several questions we shall explore during the course of the broadcast, but first, this report.
पाकिस्तान तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में. और उसकी मिसाल हमारी कश्मीर में.
This comment of the former Chief Minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad, has set the cat among pigeons. Speaking at Doda in Jammu and Kashmir, Azad sparked off a new debate with his comment that everybody in India had been Hindu In fact, in Jammu and Kashmir, everyone was a pandit before Islam came.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इस्लाम सिर्फ और वैसे ही पूरा इस्लाम तो आया ही है 1500 साल पहले। हिंदू धर्म बहुत पुराना है, तो बाहर से आए होंगे 10-20, वो जब मुगलों के वक्त में उनकी फौज में थे। बाकी तो सब हिंदू से ही कन्वर्ट हुए हैं मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में।
While some hailed Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments, the Congress was clearly upset.
कश्मीर के अंदर तो पहले कश्मीरी पंडित ही थे, ये कन्वर्शन हुई है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। हम खुद कह रहे हैं कि साहब धर्म को सियासत के साथ मत जोड़िए, आपसी भाईचारा जो है वही इस देश को आगे ले जाएगा।
वो बात ये कहते हैं कि भाईचारा होना चाहिए, तो उसी तरह उनको काम करना चाहिए कि जो लोग भाईचारे को खराब कर रहे हैं उनकी डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट मदद ना हो।
आप समझते गुलाम नबी आजाद प्रत्यक्ष अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से बीजेपी को फायदा पहुंचा रहे हैं? क्या आपके कहने का ये अर्थ?
देखिए, लगता तो ऐसे ही है, उनकी राजनीति से वो विभाजन पैदा करेंगे। जो भाईचारे को खराब कर रही है ताकतें, उनके खिलाफ सबको अपने मन से डट के लड़ना चाहिए।
National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah hit out at Azad, insisting he was trying to appease powers that be.
आजाद साहब ने किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कहा, क्यों कहा, किसको खुश करने के लिए कहा, ये तो आजाद साहब ही कह सकते हैं ना, मैं नहीं कह सकता हूँ।
PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti came out with a shocker in an exclusive conversation with India Today.
He should say that कि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बंदर थे।
You should say he should go back.
He should go back there
to the Stone Age.
Yeah, he should go back to the Stone Age and find out what his forefathers were. I mean, I don't believe in the theory that हमारे forefather बंदर थे. Maybe he believes.
The BJP came out all guns blazing, attacking Mehbooba Mufti.
हालात देश के नहीं खराब, हालात उनके खराब है। उनको कभी नजर नहीं आएगा कि कश्मीर के हालात सुधरे हैं। पत्थरबाजों का समर्थन करने वाले लोग आज उनको नजर नहीं आता कि आम आदमी बिना किसी डर के वहां घूमता है।
Will Ghulam Nabi Azad's comments rekindle the flame of brotherhood and Kashmiriyat, or will vested political interests light up fresh fires to divide people once again remains to be seen.
Ghulam Nabi Azad is not the first politician from Jammu and Kashmir to talk about the Hindu ancestry of the Muslim community. Earlier, it was none other than Dr. Farooq Abdullah who had said that his ancestors were Kashmiri Pandits. But the comments of Ghulam Nabi Azad have drawn sharp reactions from certain quarters. The fear is that his comments could be exploited by certain vested interests to stoke communal passions in the society. This is Sunil Bhatt reporting from Jammu for India Today.
We'll explore some of these aspects. When did Islam come to India? What religions originated in India? In fact, before Islam came to India from the Middle East, followers of the Hindu Dharma or the Sanatan Dharma, Buddhists and Jains lived in India. In fact, is it not a fact that 4 religions have originated in this land? The Sanatan Dharma, the Hindu Dharma, Buddhism, Jainism and Sikhi. Let me now take you back around 1500 years, as Ghulam Nabi Azad said. A book published in the 1930s, A Short History of Muslim Rule in India. Now, this is a book by Ishwari Prasad, M.A. D.Lit, LLB, reader in history in the University of Allahabad then. This book claims in 636, when followers of Islam first set foot in India, trade brought more people from the Middle East by sea, as did a series of invasions from the north. The book claims by 1200 CE, there were about 4 lakh Muslims in India. 200 years later, by 1400, the number had shot up to about 32 lakh. By 1535, remember, Babur invaded India in 1526. By 1535, Mughals, after they'd invaded India, the Muslim population had gone up to about 1 crore 28 lakhs. Now, let's now come to modern times. Let's talk about what was happening around 1800s. The population then was about 5 crore. In 1951, this is after the partition, the figure went down to about 3.5 crore, and today it's believed we have about 20 crore Muslims in India. So is there merit in what Ghulam Nabi Azad is saying? Because after all, not 20 crore came from overseas. Varis Pathan, spokesperson of the AIMIM, joins me on the broadcast. Shubrasta is a respected political analyst, as is Saira Shah Halim. Both of them join me on the show. But I want to begin by asking you, Varis Pathan, Kashmir mein kaun tha Musalman? Asks Ghulam Nabi Azad. 600 saal pehle, sab Hindu the. Everyone was a Pandit. How do you view the statement, sir?
Well, Gaurav, I think Ghulam Saab has got a wrong perception about Islam. He is ignorant about Islam. What I and billions of Muslims practicing Islam have been taught since the beginning, since we were born, is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent Hazrat Adam alayhi salam on the planet Earth. He was the first person. And whosoever is born, we are all children of Hazrat Adam, which he does not know properly, or he is trying to show that the true colors which he wants to now follow of the RSS. Second thing which I want to bring to your notice, Gaurav, is he was earlier with the Congress, he was secular. Today also he claims to be secular. When Nuh in Mewat was burning 750 Muslims' homes, their medical shops, their restaurants.
Sir, you're diverting. My only request is today my statement is on...
Did he ever speak a single word? No, allow me, Gaurav, I am coming on that.
But my question is about Kashmir. Everybody was Hindu. Everyone in India was Hindu before Islam came to India. That's the point.
Very clear.
Sir, when Islam did not... When did Islam come to India? I'm quoting from books, and books not written today. Books that were written in 1930. But let me bring in Shubrasta, because I want to go by knowledge that comes from books.
Allow me to make
Shubrasta, why should anyone be upset with a statement of fact? Is this not a fact that, when did Islam come to India? Before Islam came to India, what were religions that were practiced in our country? Ghulam Nabi Azad says in Kashmir, everyone was Hindu. What's wrong with that statement?
Gaurav, even I fail to understand why are some of the political leaders so riled up. It's a simple matter of fact statement. It's a statement which has bearings in evolutionary biology. Unless they have some other evolutionary theory to float here, I don't understand why we should even take politicians very seriously in this regard. I want to ask, what is the counterfactual that either Shaira or Varis Pathan has to say? There's a statement by Ghulam Nabi Azad. So what is the counter statement that AIMIM or the Communist Party has on that?
Saira Shah Halim, Ghulam Nabi Azad's statement should actually compel people to read history. And let's talk about Jammu and Kashmir for the moment. Read the Vedic history of Kashmir, the Shaivite culture of Kashmir. Kashmir, the land of Rishi Kashyap. There were wave after wave of forced conversion by Islamic invaders, including in 1990. Resulting in the exodus of the Kashmiri Hindus that remained in the valley, madam.
So, good evening, Gaurav. We are absolutely right, because this is how, cultural currents moves across territories. If you look at the Indian civilization, what were we? We were the Indus Valley civilization, right? And the rural was generally the tribal population. Now, if you move down south, who were the original habitats? It was the Dravidians that were the original inhabitants. And then the Aryans came in, then it was the Aryan influence, of course.
The Aryans came in is a theory which was floated by some people.
Gaurav, I'm agreeing with you. If you could just, I would request you to kindly let me complete it. Yeah. So now, if you look at the Vedic culture, it went from India to Burma, it went to Southeast Asia, and went on to Cambodia, right? Now, similarly, if you look at Islam, so Islam, if you look at it, it took the route like from Persia, it went to Afghanistan. Earlier, people in Persia were, of course, Parsis, and then it became predominant in India. And this is how civilizations move. It is a part of the evolutionary process. That is the way cultural waves come and go. Now, similarly, if you look at languages,
I want to stay on Jammu and Kashmir for the moment, because, there are many in our country who don't realize this hard reality. Kashmir was 100% Hindu. I want people to realize, when they say Kashmir, only Muslim majority state, only Muslim majority sees itself more with Pakistan and sees itself more with the Middle East. They need to know who their ancestors were. And I'm not sure if they believe in the Mehbooba Mufti theory, but I want to bring in Varis Pathan once again. Sir, is this not time for a reality check? Because reality bites. I want to come back to 1990 because perhaps one generation will relate to what happened in 1990. I'm not talking about, Sikandar Butchikan right now. I am talking about 1990. Your time and my time, when mosque loudspeakers were used to rant, Raliv, Galiv, ya Chalev, convert, leave, die, or leave your women behind. Sir, this was perhaps the last attack by Pakistan state-sponsored radical Islamists in Kashmir, radicalizing the local population there to throw out Hindus from the place of their birth, sir. It happened in 1990s like it had happened in 1300s.
Well, Gaurav, I have made my point. I say and reiterate that Adam alayhi salam was the first to land on the
planet. Sir, I'm talking about 1990. India. You were born in 1990, you were grown up in 1990.
I am speaking about...
Sir, 1990 when Hindus were thrown out of their place of birth by those who were chanting from mosque loudspeakers, Ralif,
Why
Galif,
don't
ya
you talk
Chalev.
about 2023?
Sir, I'm talking about 1990 for the
No,
moment.
no.
Sir,
you want to go back. Why don't you talk about 2023?
We have done many debates on 2023 and you have joined me on those debates.
Why is it not
You have joined me on debates on Noor.
In the name
Sir,
of
every debate cannot be about what you want, sir. We've done those debates. We've done those debates.
I am debating about Ghulam Nabi Azad's statement.
I'm debating Ghulam Nabi Azad on Jammu and Kashmir.
Ghulam Nabi Azad's statement. Why are you worried about...
Why are you not worried about Jammu and Kashmir?
The reality? Why are you shying away from the reality?
I am not. You
Why
are.
are you shying? I am
Sir,
worried about
you
the
are.
whole country.
Varis
I am worried
Pathan.
about my India.
Varis Pathan.
I am worried about
I'm
the
glad you
constitution.
said my India.
I am worried about the innocent Muslims and Dalits who are being
Sir,
lynched.
you're only worried about Muslims. You're not
Why?
worried
Of
about
course,
all
yes. Why
Indians.
should-
You're
No,
not
I
worried
don't
about
need
the
a
lakhs of
certificate.
Hindus who were thrown out of Kashmir.
I am worried. Who said so?
I'm asking you.
This is your false propaganda. and
No, there is
perception,
no
Gaurav.
false propaganda. You said you're worried
you are
about
spreading
Muslims.
lies. No, I am
I'm
worried
asking
about
you,
my India.
are you not concerned about Hindus?
All Indians are my brothers and sisters.
Let me bring
Why
in
should
Shubrasta.
I said they are my Hindu brothers.
Sir,
Why do you want to divide my country? I am not interested in division of my country. I take everybody along with me. I say all my 140 crore brothers and sisters.
Were you worried? Were you worried when mosque loudspeakers were used to chant Ralif Galif ya Salif?
But there are certain people in the country.
Sir, you indulge in whataboutery, the same whataboutery that you've accused others of. But let me bring in Shubrasta into this conversation. This conversion,
I'm bringing a fact before you which you don't want the nation
No,
to know.
sir, we have debated those facts. Sir,
I'm bringing a fact.
At India Today, no, sir, you are keeping quiet about Kashmir because we have discussed many times on this show. You are
Kashmir or Kerala, Gujarat, Maharashtra, they are all part of our country.
I'm glad you
they
think
are all
so.
part of
I'm
my
glad
India.
you think so. But I will not let you divert the debate. I'm sorry. I want to bring in Shubrasta. Shubrasta, that conversion that started even earlier. That conversion didn't just happen in 1990s when mosque loudspeakers ranted Ralif, Galif, ya Salif. It started in the times of Shah Mir, the times of 1370s, where people were, our people today must know in our country who was Sayyid Ali Hamdani or Mir Muhammad or Sikandar Butt-Shikan, the destroyer of idols, Shubrasta.
Yes, Gaurav, you're absolutely right. If we just have to look at different districts in Jammu and Kashmir and look at the kind of temples that one had, temple worship that was prominent till, as you rightly said, till the 13th, 14th centuries, and then what happened thereafter, it is a story in its own right and it's a historical fact. I don't understand why Varis Pathan is running away from a historical fact. Saying what Ghulam Nabi Azad said today and agreeing on a very primal factual statement that he made does not make anyone less of a Muslim. It just shows that you have your bearings in history. It just shows that you know your history correct. I don't understand what is as I asked in the beginning itself, Gaurav, I don't understand the counterfactual that's coming from Varis Pathan. What is it that he's trying to say? If he negates the theory that Ghulam Nabi Azad, propounded, which is a factual statement, by the way, factual statement seeped in evolutionary biology. What is the other theory that Varis Pathan has in his mind? It's a simple question. And whatever he's trying to do politically is not going to take away the kind of repression that Kashmir, especially Kashmir, has gone through in terms of religious persecution, in terms of mass conversions and forced conversions for that matter. As kids of 1990s, we all know what happened.
Saira Shah Halim, we all know what happened in the 1990s in Kashmir.
Absolutely.
You know, wasn't that same thing that happened in the times of Sikandar Butshikan? Sikandar Butshikan, as the name suggests, was killing Hindus, destroying temples, destroying education, radicalizing society. Madam, isn't the same thing happened by these radical Islamists in 1990s? Is it not the time once again to come back to Kashmir, the land of Martanda Surya Mandir?
So, Gaurav, yes, if you could just allow me a minute. Definitely, all the exiled Hindu Pandits should come back to the valley. Now, again, I'd like to iterate once again. I feel Ghulam Nabi Azad Sahab is just cherry picking, because here it seems like a well-coordinated plan to drive out the Muslim community out of North India, and it seems that Kashmir is the next target.
20 crore Indians are Muslims. Drive out Muslims from India? What are you talking?
Who is he? No. I'm talking. We know what is happening in the north states of India. There's a proper exodus going on. And
exodus to where?
We've seen it. We've seen it in several.
From where to where? Okay, Shubrasta wants to come in.
Again, I want to know who is Mr. Ghulam Nabi
Saira, please don't peddle lies on national television. What kind of exodus is happening?
Look at his political history.
Exodus from which states to where?
He was the leader of the opposition.
This is a typical propaganda of communists. They would make a statement, would not even allow the other point of view to emerge, wouldn't even allow questions to be asked on statements that are being made. A simple question that you asked and I am asking is, which state from the Northeast India is witnessing exodus right now, and from where to where? It's a simple question. She has a theory to propound. Let her explain that.
Okay. Saira, last 30 seconds to you, ma'am. Exodus from where to where, ma'am?
We have seen how in Haryana, how the mosques were torched, how the shops have been torched. The houses have been earmarked. It is all there in the national media. I'm not cooking it up. You can research it.
Where has the exodus taken place? Where has the exodus taken place? Where are people going from?
If you're going to apprehend a community, if you're going to demonize a community, and you will tell people to pack off,
so you're not even willing to talk about victimization. You know, this is how divided. You know, Varish Pathan, I've run out of time on this part of the show, but we must ponder that. What's happened? You're not unwilling to even accept what Ghulam Nabi Azad is saying, and then there are theories that are being propounded. We leave our viewers to decide. We don't take sides on this. We leave our viewers to decide, but we will track the story very, very closely. For joining me here on India Today, many thanks.